Welcome to the ABHI podcast. This is the first time I am making a video episode of my podcast, so I am super duper excited. Plus, today's day is a very special day. So, without any further ado, let's just jump right into the intro. And welcome to the AVHI podcast. Woo! I am making a video version of my podcast. I have been dreaming about this event for so long because every time I was recording an episode, I was like, oh man, I wish I could just make an episode in which it's a video, because anytime one of my favorite podcasters has a video on YouTube, I prefer to see that 100 times more than just listening to the audio. I mean, if I'm driving a cycle or I'm, traveling in the bus, then maybe I will listen to their audio version only. But if I'm at home and I'm relaxing and I'm comfortable, then I prefer to see the video. Because in the video, there's interaction, right? You like face to face, you can see my expressions every time. Otherwise, you just have to imagine what I'm trying to explain. Or if I'm trying to explain something that I cannot put into words, it's hard for me. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh, he makes that type of face. So I have to explain what type of face that person is making. Rather than doing that, I can just show you now. Like, oh, Abhishek is doing this face. Abhishek is doing that face. So, I can just express myself in 3 dimensionals now, okay? Like before, if it was 2 dimensions, now it's 3D, baby. 3D. Alright. So the good news today, the biggest and the best news that I have today is that the CBSE, C to the S to the B to the E, CBSE, C to the B to the S to the E exam has been officially declared to be cancelled. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I can't believe this happened. I mean, when 2020 began, okay, January, it went just like any other month. February, people were like, this thing could get serious. And then when January, February, March, when March hit, everyone was locked up in their house. Then school started doing the online Zoom thing and we all got aboard. Then summer vacation happened, but then we couldn't go for vacation because, all the flights are cancelled. No one can go to the airport. No one can travel anywhere. But then slowly people started getting loosened. They're starting to get a bit for free. The virus is coming down. But suddenly, it spikes up in India. Way more than the first wave of coronavirus. I guess that's the effect. People are like, man, this corona thing is going to stay here forever. And I got vaccinated. I don't care. So they're just going out, having parties, meeting with each other. And then, boom, spike in the virus situation and everyone in India starts getting affected on a mass scale. So they have to postpone the exam. Our exams are supposed to happen in March, just like every other year. But this time they were like, okay, we'll have it on May 4th. What can you do? We'll postpone by 2 months. That should be enough for everyone to cool down. But no, more escalation happens in India. Even more than the first time. Now they're like, oh, we can't conduct the exams because so many kids in India are living in such adverse situations. In villages far away, they have such problems. Commuting from their home to their schools or whatever. So they're like, okay, fine, we'll just postpone this May 4th till indefinite time. We'll see. Then they're like, okay, June 1st, we're going to make an announcement and we'll give you all 15 days to prepare for the exam. They're like, okay, we have extra months, let's prepare. But now it's dragged for so long that in May, no one, like maybe some of them who are actually really studious, not including me, wink, okay, who are actually studious, they are like, okay, we need to study. But people like me, we are like, man, let's just see some web series. Let's just make some podcasts. Let's just make some videos. And that happened. And then I was like, you know what, let this month go. When they announce, I'll have 15 days. So I'll learn everything in those 15 days. Very bad plan. Don't take my advice on that, okay? Very bad plan. Don't do that. But I did it, so forget about it. Okay. So I'm waiting till the end of May. May ends now, June 1st, and then I hear my friend tells me that they're going to make the announcement on June 3rd because the court has postponed the date for the final announcement. Okay, fine. So I have to wait till June 3rd, but I have to start studying from June 1st because they said that they'll give 15 days. So today I was about to study, but then me and my brother, we go to Avenues, which by the way is a completely different story, and I will get into that story a little bit later into the podcast. But first, let's get the CBSE shtick out of the way. So we go to Avenues, have a great time. We spent like 4 or 5 hours over there. We come back home exhausted, tired, sweaty, just completely overheated. I wash my face, I freshen up, I get to bed, and then my brother's like, Abhishek, 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 look at this, look at this. So he shows me his laptop, and the first thing I see, it's a tweet from NDTV news channel, and they're like, CBSE exam cancelled, breaking news. I'm like, what? Is this some type of fake news or something like that? I don't know about. Just tell me. I don't want to be fooled. I don't want to be made a fool of. But then he's like, Abhishek, no, it's sure, it's 100%, 100%. So I'm like, whoa, 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 okay, let me call my friends. I call up my friends and I tell them, yo, exams are cancelled. Check the thing right now. Check the thing right now. For the first time, I was a little bit afraid because some of my friends were not aware, and I thought, okay, maybe I am jumping to conclusions over here. So I tell them to go check the news and make sure that what I am saying is true and that I don't spread false information. They go and check and they flip the F out. I'm not even kidding. They start screaming on the phone, including me. I start bawling over the phone, just screaming, shouting, chanting, just doing whatever the hell I want to do. Okay. It was so exciting. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they finally cancelled the exam. I was like, oh my god, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was just calling up friends, messaging, texting instantly. Like the Thanos snap. Instantly, I was like, guys, let's make a plan. Hey, you wanna come for the movies? Hey, you wanna come for this movie? Hey, that movie is free. Oh, the cinemas. Oh my god, I was over there. Cinemas have opened on such a perfect time. I was seeing The Office, okay? And there is this character called Dwight Schrute. He uses this word, a German word. I forgot the word. It's the meaning of that word is when everything good happens to a person at the same time. It's called, wait, let me check. I have a proper podcast setup. Okay, I'll cut this part in the editing, but I just want to search Dwight Schrute word for all good things. I'll get back to you with the result. Yes, I found the word. The word that Dwight Schrute uses to describe that perfect pinnacle where everything good happens to a person at the same time is called Perfektenschlag. That's what happened to me today. Perfektenschlag. Everything perfectly. Cinemas have opened and exams got cancelled, and I'm starting the first video version of my podcast. I got a microphone, a dedicated microphone for the episode. All these things happening together, it's just marvelous. I have no words to describe it except for one word: Perfektenschlag. And if you want to see my office review with Sami, go check it out. It's one of the very good episodes. I had a lot of fun with him. Please go check it out. It's a very awesome episode. So yes, this is what happened to me. Perfektenschlag. It's just so elegant, like everything just a pinnacle point. Everything good happened at the same time. I'm so happy today. I'm so happy, and I'm glad that I am documenting this moment, like actually documenting it, not just oh okay, this is happening and writing it in some stupid diary. I'm recording it and I'm uploading it on the internet where it's going to stay forever, which means I'm going to have this memory till I am old. So for example, I'm 50 years old and I'm sitting on my couch. I'm like, I remember that video episode I made of the podcast, the first video I ever made for the podcast. I go to YouTube, search it, and I see this and I'm like, yes, I remember that moment. oh yeah, look how good looking I am. Maybe in 50 years I won't be this good looking, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, perfect and schlag. If that's something you didn't know before, now you know. Perfect and schlag. It's the word that is used to describe the perfect moment in a person's life. Perfect and schlag. The way to go. Okay, so yeah, that's the news about CBSE exam cancellation. Oh my god, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on about the exam cancellation. So yeah, I'm just too happy. I I was for sure like they will. I was just not even thinking about the exam cancellation. I was like, there's no way they're going to cancel examination. They already cancelled ninth examination, 10th and 11th. I mean, if they cancel 12th, that's like what the hell is happening? And my mother was sure that they are not going to cancel the exams because we heard rumors that they're going to cut down the exam duration by half. Like they're going to only make it 1.5 hours instead of 3 hours. They're going to give us completely multiple choice questions, no handwritten answers, only multiple choice questions. The exam centers will be our own schools, not some dedicated center. And what else did I hear? Yeah, that they're going to cancel all the minor subjects and only going to keep PCM, that is physics, chemistry, maths. These are the rumors that I heard, and they seemed very plausible. Like I was very certain that they will go with that route because less time means the children have to sit in a very small space for a less time. That means there's less chances of the virus spreading. And canceling the remaining minor subjects means, yeah, they don't have to come in often and often and often to the school to give the exam. So yeah, that made sense to me. I was like, yeah, that seems pretty. Yeah. But yesterday, when I was talking to my friend Rehan, by the way, I made an episode with him where we were talking about cryptocurrency. So check it out. Okay, I'll just put like a small tag up here that you can check it out. Okay, just I'm pointing towards it. I'll put it back in the editing. Okay, so check that episode. It's a very interesting episode. So yesterday, while I was going to cycle, I called him to cycle with me, and he told me that exams could get cancelled. I was like, nah, man, what is this guy talking about? I don't think the exams are gonna cancel. I mean, everyone wants the exams to get cancelled, but I don't think they're gonna get cancelled. So where was I? I got a little disturbed over there because my parents are in the house, so they're making a lot of noise, and my brother also sitting next to me. So what was I talking about? Oh my god, I forgot. Ooh. Yes, I was talking about the conversation I had with Rehan yesterday. So he said that the exams will get cancelled. I was like, no, man, there's no way exams getting cancelled. And today I come back home. What do I see? Exams are cancelled. Exams are cancelled. I did not believe it, but there it was in front of my eyes. So thank you, Rehan, for predicting the future. All right. So I think that should be enough for the whole coverage of the CBSE shtick. All right. And this is going to be one hell of a story to tell, to the future generation. When they're going to be like, so how was your 12th, son? No, actually, I'm telling this to the future generation. So why will they call me son? I should call them son. I should be like, so you want to know how I graduated from my 12th, son? And they'll be like, no, I don't know. And I'll be like, I didn't even give the exam. I was just there. And they said, fine, young man, you can go ahead and get passed. I was like, why? Because the COVID-19 virus. It's just messed everyone up. So go ahead, exams are cancelled. You're getting good marks. And that's how I graduated from 12th. And the kids be like, wow! That's gonna be a lit ass story to tell. I mean, what a year, right? What a year. Who expected? No one. 2019 was just a regular year. And 2020, climax. What a way to start the decade. Am I right? What a way. No one. I'm lost for words. No way to describe this 2020 year. No way. What a year to remember. But at least something good came out of it. Exams got cancelled. Oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed with emotions. I'm just too filled up with adrenaline. I'm like, oh my god, I want to say this, but at the same time I want to say that. I want to say this, I want to say that. Okay, but I'm trying to control and condense myself. Abhishek, relax. Today, me and my brother, we went to Avenues. First, actually, we didn't go to the Avenues. My brother has his new laptop and it had some issues with it. So we went to repair. So we went to Excite where we purchased it from. and that person said to go to Zack Solutions Computer, something that's a company which deals with the Dell computers warranty and everything. So we went there. It was so hot today. It was so hot. I'm not even kidding. Kuwait summer is just the worst. Again, I'm sorry for the interruption. This is going to happen a lot, okay? Because now it's 7:50 p.m. in Kuwait on what's the day today? Tuesday, June 1st, Tuesday, 7:50 p.m. in Kuwait. And at this time, everyone in my house is in my house. So it's a very noisy period. So I'm going to have a lot of disturbing, whoa, not disturbing, but disturbances in between. So let's get back to the topic. So me, my brother, and my mother, we went to the company where they repair Dell laptops, and then we told them our problem, and they said that they don't do it. Excite has a tie-up with multiple companies for the warranty stuff, and they told us to go to some other company, but we were too tired. Plus my mother had to go to office, so she left, and then we both were like, oh sorry, no. Then we were like, okay, wait, instead of going to this guy, let's go to Avenues, because that is where we originally bought the laptop from. Maybe if we go to that guy, he could do it. Plus they have technicians in house, so they could do something, because the exit that we went to is like a smaller branch, so they don't have a lot of technicians. So we went to the Avenues one, which is like big and they have their own technician. So we asked them, and they said maybe it's somewhere with something to happen with the software. So we tried to do the software updates, but it was not happening for some reason. And then I told my mother, you're already in Avenues, so why don't me and my brother roam around? You can go to your office. She's like, fine, it sounds good to me. She left. And then me and my brother, we were roaming around Avenues, had a blast. Honestly, Avenues has stepped up its game. Like, the older part of Avenue feels old now. Okay, it feels dated. Okay, I'm sorry for the disturbance again. I told you, I'm sorry for apologizing again and again. Alright, so we both were roaming in Avenues and we had a blast. Plus, my brother told me, Abhishek, we are in Avenues, so why don't you just record a vlog? I mean, not like the vlog with my face, because I've seen my own vlogs, and trust me, I don't want to see them again, okay? They're quite cringy and I don't want to see them again. So he's just like, Abhishek, you did those things before. You just like took videos of random things and just pasted them together. I was like, yeah, I remember that. You stitched them together. Yeah, I remember that. So why don't you just do that again? Just record random good looking things, and then in editing just put them together. I was like, yeah, sounds good, because Avenues has a lot of cool new attractions. Did you know they have a ice skating rink now? Ice skating rink. What? Since when does Avenues have? I mean, in Dubai, they have this thing called the Dubai Mall. It's massive. It's so huge. You could probably fit my whole area in that mall. It's humongous, because I went on top of Burj Khalifa, and that mall is right next to Burj Khalifa. I saw it from top, and it's massive. So huge. I mean, people go there just to exercise, basically. So many shops, it's insane. They have an aquarium in there, they have an ice skating rink, full size ice skating rink. It's not a tiny miniature one, big. And it's insane, all right. So I was like, okay, even Avenues is humongous, but it's nothing I mean, it is something compared to the Dubai Mall, but it's still quite small, and it's like narrow and long. The Dubai Mall is like big, broad, and wide. So they opened a new area in Avenues, and now they have an ice skating rink, but it's mainly for children above the age of 5 and between the age of 15 or that. Oh, again, I have to review this episode so many times to bleep out a lot of stuff. Okay, so an ice skating rink over there. So that was a new discovery for us. And then we roamed around a little bit more, and then we ended up in this perfume shop, and it's such an elegant perfume shop. It's decorated like the Palace of Versailles. You know what I'm talking about, the French Revolution and Marie Antoinette, right? The Palace of Versailles, the Treaty of Versailles. If you learn the French Revolution, you know what I'm talking about, which is most of you. So it looks like Versailles. I mean, the guy who works over there, he gave us like a little tour of the place, because I was curious and interested. I think I can still smell the perfume. Yeah, I can still smell the perfume on my hand. It was a very, very beautiful perfume shop. and he gave us a tour of the whole place. They had antique showpieces imported from London. They have 20 branches in Kuwait. I'll edit my video tonight and upload it on YouTube tomorrow. You guys will see. It's a beautiful store. Beautiful. The walls are completely golden color. Each inch has intricate carving and designs and flower patterns, beautiful statues, beautiful flower pieces in the center, beautiful chandeliers, perfume smells magnificent. You know, the guy gave us an interesting fact. Their perfumes are quite special. When you apply them at first, the smell is quite strong. It's beautiful smell, very pleasant, but it's very strong. Like I smelled one fragrance, and my nose was just stinging. Like, oh my god, so much smell or so much fragrance came into my nose at once, and my nose was like actually physically stinging me. But now that I'm smelling, it's quite mild, but it's still there. It's not disappeared. Like other perfumes, you just apply it once, it smells like soap or some good smelling chemical. But after the whole day with the sweat and everything, it just disappears. This one I can actually smell till now. So I went to that guy's shop and it's so good. You guys must visit. It's called forgot the name of the shop, man. The shop is not even that new. It was established in 2001. When you walk into the shop and you look at the perfumes, you will feel like those perfumes, one bottle costs like, maybe you might think like it costs, I don't know, 100 kd, 200 kd, 150 kd, but actually they are quite affordable. I mean, it's still a premium price, but in the category of premium perfumes, they are quite cheap. Or not cheap, I would say affordable. Cheap is not a very polite word. Affordable. Third, this the minimum price is starting from 20 kd and it goes up to 80 kd. Not even, it doesn't even touch 100. I mean, maybe in the future when they gain more popularity and more appreciability, they might bump up the prices, and for a good reason. But now they're not quite well known, and their perfumes smell beautiful. The shop is a marvelous piece to look at. You should just visit Avenues to look at that shop. It'll take you a whole day. Just know everything. There's so many intricate details in that shop. Insane. So give that shop a visit. I'll upload it on my YouTube channel, the vlog. You'll find out which shop it is. I have some beautiful videos from that shop. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, so many things are happening today. Yeah, let me just talk a little bit more about avenues and then I'll move on to F1, because you know F1 is my favorite and I want to dedicate a small segment of each episode to F1. Alright, so let me just check on my progress. How long have I? Oh, sorry. Again, I'm sweating. This episode, I'm just overwhelmed with emotions right now. So if this, my brother was just leaving and he said that my energy level in this episode is too high, which is cringe, and I agree, but I think according to the circumstances, it's justifiable. It's justifiable why I'm so excited, and I think you guys also must be feeling that way, right? I mean, your exams are just cancelled, and if you're not happy, I don't know what you are. Okay, you should be happy. I mean, there's no reason to be sad. You could be a little neutral in your expression. You could, "Oh, I wanted the exam to happen," because some kids out there have really studied a lot. You know, put in the hard work, put in the blood, sweat, and tears and everything to learn everything. For them, it's a little bit disappointing, but still, it's like a bittersweet taste for them. They're like somewhat glad the exams are cancelled, but they're somewhat also sad that the. So I feel for the students, but I don't right now. Okay, I'm happy and I want to smile and jump and shake my hands all over the place for this. All right. So yeah, I'm just happy that the exams are cancelled. Uh, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Just a wonderful day, and I'm too happy. I'm too happy right now. Yeah. So my brother just went and he's like, Abhishek, a little bit cringe. So yeah, I understand, but the cringe is worth it. The cringe is worth it. Let's be honest. I was going to, yeah, F1. F1. I mean, not a single race has happened since the last episode, which was 4 days ago with my brother. Check it out. It was a good episode where we just talk about. So yeah, F1. Quite excited. The next race is happening in Baku, Azerbaijan, and Baku is one of my favorite tracks. It's first of all, it's a good looking track. It's a very challenging track. It's not like Monaco, because in Monaco It's very narrow, so many sharp turns that it's impossible to overtake. But Baku, it's a good mix of Monza and Monaco. The qualities of both the tracks mixed into one makes Baku. Monza, because it's a full speed track, it's just having this super long straight, which is quite exciting to see, because that is where most of the overtaking happens. It's a speed track, it's mainly focused on speed. That's where the fastest lap times have ever been charted. And Monaco, because of its twisty and turns and its heritage and everything, all the good things from both these tracks combined, and I think it makes Baku, because Baku is having the sharp turns and narrow streets, but at some points it has the wide streets and long straights, which makes it very easy or very entertaining to watch the drivers overtake each other. And it's a very good looking location also. Like, there's these beautiful buildings just behind the track. There is a castle next to the track, like literally next. Like, this is the castle and this is the track. I mean, you can imagine what I'm trying to say. And it's a street circuit. So normally there's like a F1 track just dedicated for it, like a stadium and the pavilion. Again, I was interrupted, sorry. So there's a pavilion, there's a track, and there's all these things specifically designed for F1. But then there are street tracks, means these are just normal civil or like civilian streets. But for the race, they are having all these extra barricades and all the extra camps and everything set up for the cars and everything. So Baku is one of the street circuits, and I love streets. Like, they are just awesome. Circuits are just something different about them, because the normal track, it just feels too easy, wide roads and obvious turns. But street tracks, they have to make do with what they have, which makes things interesting. So I love street tracks, and Baku is one of my favorite. I mean, the word is a little funny, Baku, but it's a very good track. And I hope that you guys listening to my podcast have fell in not love, but at least mildly interested in F1. Mildly, at least. If I can take credit for that, I'll put it right in my pocket. I don't have pocket right now, but if I had, I would have put it in there. Now I'll just put it on the side. Okay, so I think that's all I had to say about F1. I'm quite excited about the next race that's happening in Baku. I'm obviously, as always, rooting for my main man, Checo Perez. And I'm especially excited for him to win in Mexico, because this year he's joined with Red Bull and he has a car that is worth the winning title. And he's a very good racer. So, plus, I don't know, I somewhat connect with him for some reason. I don't know, I can't explain the reasons I connect with him, because I don't know why I like him, but he's a very good racer. And especially the last year when he first time came first in a race, that was like a point where I was like, this guy, he has the potential to do it. He just needs a good machine to run. And this year he finally has it. So I'm rooting for him to win in his own home country. That will be like the icing on. I'm just saying. So those are my two pieces on the F1 news. If you guys are interested, check it out, and then share the comments, share your opinions about F1 below. So I think that's enough for today's episode. It's been 40 effing minutes of adrenaline rush, ups and downs, and ups, ups and ups and ups and ups and ups. It's just upwards from here. It's this one down, but then ups and ups and ups. Okay, if you guys stuck till the end of the episode, thank you for listening. And I think this could be one of my most favorite episodes. I'm gonna lie. I know I have said this in a few episodes before, but I think this trumps all of them, because this is the first video episode and I am genuinely making a good conversation with different vocabulary and different words and ups and downs and everything. Hand expressions. So I have a good setup, my laptop, my microphone, the camera, good setup and everything. Lighting, perfect in schlag. Keep that word in your mind. Perfect in schlag. Everything is just perfect in schlag. And with that thought in your mind, I'll leave you to have a wonderful evening. So with that being said, thank you for listening to the ABHI podcast. I hope you enjoyed the first ever video version of the podcast. Coming more in the future. And I'll try to make it more exciting. More exciting than this, maybe different camera angles and everything. So, for listening, and I'll see you all in the very, very next episode of the ABHI podcast. Probably with my brother. That will be an interesting episode. Oh, until then, take care, have a nice life, and enjoy your vacation. I know you deserve it, right? Exams got cancelled. Maybe even if you don't write exams, you still deserve a vacation. So enjoy your vacation. I'll talk to you all in the very next episode. Till then, sayonara. Bye bye.